Today we want to break down one of the most misunderstood yet defining concepts in blockchain, the blockchain trilemma. If you've spent any time in crypto, you've heard the debates, you've seen the arguments, and you've watched countless projects try and fail to claim they've solved it. But in this video, we're going to explain how Radiant, or RXD, isn't trying to break the trilemma with flashy marketing or impossible promises. Instead, it's doing something much more interesting. It's quietly solving it. Before we dive into Radiant, let's take a second to revisit the trilemma itself. It was first proposed by Vitalik Buterin, and it basically says this: a blockchain can optimize decentralization, scalability, and security, but never all three at the same time. Most chains pick two and sacrifice the third. Some go all in on scalability but lose decentralization, some go all in on decentralization but become slow and expensive, and some chase security but fail to scale. This challenge defines the entire crypto industry, and understanding where Radiant stands in this equation is key to seeing why this project deserves a lot more attention than it currently gets. Radiant is a UTXO-based proof-of-work blockchain built on fairness, simplicity, and accessibility. It didn't launch with VC rounds or private allocations. It didn't arrive with hype campaigns or influencer promotions. Instead, it grew quietly, picked up by miners, embraced by builders, and recognized by investors who actually read beyond the headlines. So let's walk through how Radiant measures up on each side of the trilemma, and more importantly, why it may be one of the most overlooked opportunities in crypto right now. Let's start with decentralization, the foundation of any real blockchain. Radiant began with a fair launch. No pre-mine, no insiders, no early access, just open participation. In its early days, Radiant was fully GPU mineable thanks to its SHA-512 algorithm, allowing anyone with consumer hardware to participate. Even though ASICs have since entered the ecosystem, Radiant's origin remains community first. Everything about its design reinforces decentralization, including full node accessibility. Radiant uses a Bitcoin-like UTXO structure, meaning anyone can run a full node and validate the chain from day one. There's no reliance on centralized indexers, no hidden databases, no backdoors, just pure peer-to-peer verification. For investors, that means because decentralization reduces systemic risk, there's no single point of failure, no privileged actors, and no governance cartel controlling how the network evolves. For developers, it means building on Radiant feels like building on a foundation that cannot be censored or manipulated. Next, let's talk about scalability, the part where most decentralized chains struggle. Radiant takes on a practical approach, avoiding the trap of chasing meaningless TPS numbers or bloated Layer 2 solutions. Instead, it focuses on sustainable, long-term scale. Radiant has 5-minute block times, which means transactions confirm twice as fast as Bitcoin. This creates a smoother user experience without compromising security. Its $21 billion coin supply supports something unique as well: fractional photonics. Photonics allow the user and app to transact in tiny units, perfect for NFTs, micropayments, tipping, gaming, and digital services. For investors, this means Radiant isn't capped by old-world monetary design limits. It has room to expand into real-world use cases. And for developers, it means you can build applications people actually use every day without constantly worrying about hitting bandwidth ceilings or watching fees explode. Finally, let's break down security, the non-negotiable pillar. Radiant doesn't experiment with unproven consensus models or complicated validator incentives. It sticks to what has worked for over a decade: proof of work. Its SHA-512 mining algorithm makes attacks expensive and impractical, and while Radiant supports smart contracts from day one, it does so through a simple, clean UTXO system that avoids the complexity and risk of fragile contract layers. This reduces the chance of catastrophic bugs, the kinds of bugs that have drained billions from smart contract platforms. For investors, that means durability. For developers, it means confidence. You spend less time worrying about system-level vulnerabilities and more time building. When we look at the trilemma, decentralization, scalability, security, Radiant doesn't dominate one category at the expense of another. Instead, it balances all three through smart, conservative engineering. That's what makes Radiant unique. But no analysis is complete without talking about the real-world utility. Radiant unlocks a set of opportunities that don't require bridges, layers, or wrapped assets. It works right on the base chain. This includes digital cash and tipping, fast, low-fee payments ideal for creators, streamers, and everyday users, NFT and tokenization powered directly through photonics without bloated smart contracts, and developer onboarding supported by community-built tools, SDKs, and documentation that make it simple to deploy real Web3 apps without friction. When you look at the bigger picture, you start to understand why Radiant deserves more attention. It's not a hype-driven project, it's not built for influencers, it's not engineered to impress institutions, it's built for longevity, it's built for fairness, and it's built for people who want to participate in something real. For investors, Radiant offers high upside with real fundamentals behind it. For developers, it offers a stable, predictable chain where you can ship meaningful products without worrying about gas spikes, governance drama, or protocol instability. In a world filled with noise, Radiant stands out by doing something radical, keeping its promises. It didn't promise to break the trilemma, it simply functions in a way that makes the trilemma feel solvable. And that's why Radiant matters. It's not shouting for attention, it's building. Quietly, steadily, and with principles that match what made blockchain worth fighting for in the first place.